Hello and welcome to tonight's live game. Today we are doing the Battle of Pea Ridge, or Battles of Pea Ridge. We'll see if it's two different ones in this one. Alright, I am here with Chief, who is playing Reigns, and as always I forgot to start recording when I started, so we're ready for orders for him. So go ahead with your orders.
Yeah, I'd like to just continue on to Pratt's store. I'd like the cavalry to go a little further ahead, but to sort of remain not too distant, a few hundred yards maybe. And I want to keep my eyes about me for any possible, I don't know, ambushes from the north or something.
Okay.
Keep on going. I also have a dispatch, sorry.
Already? You were just talking to each other.
Just want to report where I am in the screenshot.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. Alright, General Price. It's 11:40. Your division or army actually has been marching all the day since early morning. And what's today's date? I never put the date. Anyway, what are your orders? You can see Rains Brigade ahead of you going down Telegraph Road as directed. You're coming up on a fork with Little Mountain Road to the left, and you know Little Sugar Creek's not far away.
Great. I and third division will move up the Little Mountain Road, so the left one
Okay?
in the fork, and well, the rest of the units will split up between each other, like I already told you. I have no need to change the plan at the moment.
Alright, so marching up the road. Got it.
Do I have a report from the capture, or is that not in yet?
I'm having a little bit of difficulty understanding you. Are you far away from your mic or something?
A little bit. So, do I have a report of my cavalry that I sent it from?
Did you have cavalry in front of your column?
Yes,
Oh, I think I missed that. Alright, so you got 3 units of cavalry. You want them all screaming ahead of you?
I think it was four, but they would be evenly split between my column and Ray's column, so we each know what's ahead of us.
Oh yeah, he's got 1. I guess he'll get 2 if it's supposed to be evenly split. And then, yeah. No reports yet from the cavalry.
Okay, great. I post my orders again in my channel.
Got it. Thank you. Park still. Okay. So Cone, the orange I assume is the cavalry scouting ahead.
What?
The orange arrow you got on there, is that the cavalry
Yeah,
scouting?
yeah, I just put the arrow to not forget the orders.
So how far are they supposed to be going? I know that nice. Let's see that far. You know, whenever I'm too nice with multi-wing attacks, because I just basically make them both arrive at the same time, when really that'd be super hard to do. I should like roll a dice and delay one of them from the other.
I was wrestling with that with amphibious landings this week, but then I was like, but then the guys who come in second have just got to sit there.
Yeah. Well, not like a super delay, but like right now they're basically like a perfectly synchronized arrival.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, and I was told by Major General Curtis that car will be late, but will be here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, he told us. Alright, so wait, on Park, where'd he go? Where does it take so long? Oh, we'll go down there.
Just send them all westwards, yeah. The three.
Extend the westwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, I'll take that up.
Thank you so much.
Mhm. All right, let's do this. So he'd like to, for Siegel, he'd like to move up to the breastworks,
Yeah.
entrenchments, to the breastworks here. The Ohio is no, the Ohio does not move. It is simply limbered, and will stick with the 15th. Fourth, second, and third will move up to the entrenchments and get ready to them. Siegel moves with the boys. Meanwhile, on this side, he wanted to make sure that the guns were hidden and ready for the ambush, and he said he wanted to extend the skirmishers of these three westward.
Oh, okay, just skirmishers.
Westward, you say?
Yes, I heard westward, so I was like, interesting.
Okay. So they want to be, they're hiding
Yeah,
inside the woods, so.
Yeah, he wanted to send skirmishers like westwards.
What about this cavalry here?
I do not think I was in charge of that cavalry. Was I in charge of that cavalry?
Well, they report to this guy, but I think what we'll do, just because as soon as they see this infantry column, they're going to be running. Oh, they're kind of cut off. I think before they get cut off, we'll just show them running back, and then have them, get a report. There's cavalry here, infantry down on this road, that kind of thing.
Okay, I will report infantry coming down south from Leetown.
No, infantry on Telegraph Road going northeast, and cavalry coming up towards Leetown. North is always up.
By the way, do they have access to a big map?
Yeah, they can have a map.
Okay, perfect. I'll just say that. So infantry coming up from Telegraph Roads and cavalry coming up to Leetown.
Alright, so no combat.
Advisory.
So we're going to 12. So for screenshots, do you guys know how to do? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, but I
Do
don't
for
know
the-
how much the woods. Like, I can just go based off what you did for the initial screenshots.
I was generous on some of those.
You were.
To give an establishing shot. I wouldn't let them see too much into the woods.
Yeah, I'll probably extend for this part. I think I'll extend it about to the road here. But besides that, I think the screenshot will go up to what you already screenshotted. In this case here, it's going to be pretty much larger here. Does he see this?
Yeah, he'd see that. Remember,
Alright,
that's only a quarter mile, so across the grassland. So yeah, he'll definitely see to the edge of the woods there.
Perfect. All right, let's get the screenshots going. True skill incoming.
Have faith.
Oh, we have faith on myself. Let's go with this. That's just good enough. And it's gonna be, what's the time?
12 o'clock.
12. Oh,
Something like this for a screenshot or.
oh, no.
Where'd you post it?
Oh,
Can we ride?
Yeah, you go ahead. Where do you want me to look at your screenshot?
question.
Where?
I put the picture in the Empire's channel. Is it okay or?
Yeah, that's good because he's surrounded by trees. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's perfect. He's not gonna see much. That's really good.
And take here. So that one, and since car isn't there, I'll just take Curtis.
Alright, I'm gonna go look at my updates. Alright, General Rains. So you continue down the Telegraph Road, the cavalry pulls ahead, and they're passing by Pratt's store now. And as you emerge into some open fields and grasslands and look to your north, you can see Union soldiers in position behind breastworks across the creek. There looks like 3 brigades, regiments.
All right. I'd like the infantry to sort of deploy into line in the forest just off the road to the south.
Okay.
The lead regiment, and then I want
starting where they're at now, or
kind of where they are. Yes, just sort of step off the road, and then I guess actually shuffle a little bit eastward, like along the edge of the forest. If you get what I'm saying,
yeah.
Like out toward Pratt's store, and then stop there. And then I want the rest of the infantry to sort of follow them, and the artillery to move off the road just to the north and deploy. And then once they're deployed, to begin shelling the enemy. And I'd like for the cavalry to also move off the road at the edge of the forest, just to the east of Pratt's store.
Got it.
And I'll stay here, and I just want the rest of the brigade to move up. That's it. Thank you.
Alright, General Price. So you've continued on Little Mountain Road as you take the left fork and have actually crossed Little Sugar Creek without any incident. There are no Union soldiers here, although you can see evidence of some defenses that they've constructed. Your cavalry, you do get a report from your cavalry who inform you they ran into some federal cavalry who are fleeing northward past Leetown. Heading northeast.
Okay. So the enemy cavalry is fleeing. Right. North. I will send a dispatch to my colleagues in a short while. My orders for this month. I want the cavalry to push the enemy cavalry further back, avoiding a confrontation with enemy infantry or heavier force. If that happens, they should fall back. I want the rest of my column to come up, and if heavier forces spotted, I want them to form into line. Otherwise, I want them to keep on going on. That would be it for me.
Alright.
Lord Pike was like, "Where do you want to move? Directly into that Union ambush, please." We have the first cavalry charge from Chinleaf.
Of course.
With Carr not here, I don't know if these cav got orders. So I don't know
Yeah,
what
they
would
are
do.
ordered to scout.
Okay, the Confederates have been ordered to charge them.
They'd fall back.
Okay. I'll move them a half move forward and we'll get the Union out of there. Like a half move would be obscene, so let's just put them like at the crossroads.
All right, it's like you could pick up. Oh wow, you already got it. Wow, I love drawing. Drawing is great. That is pretty much what he wants to do. He wants to make sure that this infantry is able to step in for the artillery in case it gets charged.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. This is pretty much dead on what was asked for. In here, he wants to keep digging in, let the cavalry in, and he wants to keep digging in, ready to take on anybody that comes in, because he pretty much got a warning for everything coming in, since there was skirmishers about here, and like all of this coming up. Yeah, just keep digging. And there's going to be dispatches sent, but I'm going to be able to send these.
Oh yeah, I had a dispatch. I forgot to move.
This is for Davis.
I'm a terrible person.
I'm going to send this to Davis.
Van Dorn just sent a dispatch that says, I think I'm going to take Lee Town without a fight. How's everybody else doing?
Alright.
Meanwhile, everyone else, I'm dying! I need a medic back!
Alright, so over here with the ambush, they scored some devastating canister shot on the surprised Confederate cavalry, so you can describe the bloodshed and as men and horse are mowed down.
Screaming horses.
Screaming horses.
Yes. Good old screaming horses and good old canister. Do you know how many times I get killed by canister? Oh, not
Alright.
me, but horses.
Alright, we are at 12:20 now.
12:30.
20 or 30?
20. We're doing 20-minute turns.
12:20.
Go ahead and do your screenshots.
Okay, so this 12:20. And I have to send this to Signal. Text, go to Signal. Don't ping myself because that's stupid.
I still only have 2 players, so gotta do stuff.
Okay, let's do screenshots.
Seven.
That's Curtis the Ace. No! You said it with dispatches! Ah!
Yeah, nobody got it. Alright, General Rains.
Who?
Union guns already in position begin firing on your cavalry as they're receiving orders from your staff to move into the woods. You do see some man and horse get hit and struck down. The sound of horses' screamings will haunt your nightmare. Haunt your nightmares. The rest of your men get into the woods, gratefully so, and kind of march in column in the woods, and then about face north. Your guns unlimber and start returning fire on the Union position, but they're finding their range. Most shots miss, though they've only fired a few so far. You do hear additional sounds of artillery fire not far to the northwest.
Well, I guess my artillery is incompetent. It's to be expected from these. Anyway, I'd like to move the cavalry out of the way, move them kind of a little bit deeper into the forest, and then my 4 infantry regiments, I'd like to shift them over with Pratt's store on the right flank, sort of anchoring them. They're still going to be in the forest, and I'd like them to be arranged 2 wide and 2 deep. And then I want to bring up Slack's brigade, who I think is still on the road behind me. And I'd like for his regiments to be on the left of my regiments, 2 deep. I think he has 2 regiments, so it's just 1 regiment in the front, 1 in the back. And then bring those guns up, unlimber them next to mine, and shell the enemy while we're redeploying the infantry. And I'll stay here. Hello?
So, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just moving.
You're good.
I was thinking. Back. Alright, General Price. You move northeast, and you can see Leetown, the small town of Leetown, not far, very far to the north of you. You can also see Pike's Indians moving on the road. Looks like they're deploying in line facing east. Also north of you. Your cavalry are galloping after the Union cavalry when they run into artillery hidden at the edge of the woods, which starts firing canister shot right at them, quite devastatingly so. They face quite a few casualties in only a few minutes of firing.
Okay. My orders for my cavalry are to fall back and get into combat formation. 4th, 3rd Brigade, 4th, 3rd Division. Form up into line, right where my position now is, and I myself will place myself behind that line. The guns are to unlimber and suppress the enemy battery at this moment, and when the line is formed, we are to push northeast in continuation of the Pike Indian troops and push them all to the northeast.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
James, can you stack batteries on top of infantry blocks at this scale?
Yeah, just to show that they're.
Yeah, they're embedded or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man, I love drawing on the map and seeing stuff being done for me. It feels great. Means I have more time to actually send these dispatches.
What I don't know what your circles mean over here. What's going on over here?
Oh, sorry. He wants to make sure that the infantry here is ready to step in case something comes up for the artillery.
Okay.
And he wants this cavalry to go up on Clement Road. and just be ready there.
Okay. This one smoke.
Then this goes to Curtis. Did I accidentally make myself dispatch Empire?
Oh.
No, we need you doing what you're doing.
Suddenly, there's a lot of dispatches going around. Wow.
That's alright, you just gotta do.
Let's just go ahead and send them out. This is for Siegel.
Is it?
I'm gonna move Van Dorn. He was going southeast to look for people.
Six.
I'm gonna say he found people.
That's fine.
This is 2 days.
Make sure, for those in the north, make sure to let them know they can hear artillery fire to the south, or whatever direction it is for them.
I do.
This is for Curtis. This one's not.
Whoever's firing these Union guns, these guys are trying to hide off the road.
I'll give them tree cover. Oh, there, I got hit. And you, McPanzer, you got combat up here, right? You doing that?
This
Oh, yep. Sorry, my bad. I'm totally zoned out.
And artillery at least should be shooting.
What, 300? Oh, that's well within.
That's canister, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the carbines on the Gav shoot back.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, the 300.
Pew pew. There's 2 hits.
This goes to Siegel.
So artillery should get +2 with their roll for their canister.
I haven't rolled theirs yet. I rolled a 6 and a miss for the 2. It's called dragoons. Here, have some
Where
canister.
did I get pinged? Oh, Umpire. Yeah, that's not my responsibility. Somebody else can do this one.
Right? Why you don't ping umpire?
Some vote. Surprise.
It's from Davis to Siegel.
Oh, this one's from the-
Jeez. And Pony Express is going back up again.
Alright, I'm gonna delete this stuff.
I think that is all the dispatches that we're currently playing on for this one.
Okay, 1240, doing my screenshots.
Alright. So here it's just an artillery battle.
Yeah.
I guess they see a bit of the infantry going
You
up in.
can, so I wouldn't show it in the screenshot because their goal is to be hidden, but you can say something like you see like
You
shadows.
see some movement in the woods. There's
Yeah,
movement in the
movement
woods.
in the woods.
Yeah. So artillery battle here. That's part that's gonna be sort of shown. It's gonna start hiding because of all the smoke.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. More fire here. Got it. Let's get the screenshots out.
No, right.
Oops. It's not a good one.
I'm gonna put Van Dorn and Price together.
I can get them then.
Took me 30 Thursdays, James, to realize I could drag people in Discord. I didn't have to right click and send a voice chat.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Technology is going so far. Perhaps too far. And now it's 12:40, right?
Yeah. I just screwed up. No. 1240, I just
Yeah.
I did totally screw
James,
up.
I think Price's screenshot might want to check.
Yeah, I got it backwards.
It is
I'm
now.
gonna copy. Hey, I can just take it for Price and Van Dorn if you want.
I already did one of them.
Sigil.
12. Did I do the screenshot? Didn't do this one.
Van Dorn.
Hey, James.
Yep.
If you get a second, can you remove my umpire role so I don't get pinged for it?
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be helping us tonight?
No, I did not sign up.
Okay. It is removed. You are free.
Thank you.
You're free from this mortal realm.
I could have swore he signed up, but I'll go back and check that. Let's see.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, you wrote down that he did.
Yeah, no, I normally wouldn't, but maybe I got the game confused. Maybe it's a different one.
40. Oh. Okay, dispatch. You did get some dispatches out, so.
Oh, I sent a picture. All right.
No. Sorry about that. I got my channels confused.
I saw it.
You
Just
had
unfamiliar terrain. I was
a
like, oh, I'm not looking at that.
Secret vision of a battle elsewhere. Alright, so the guns on both sides continue trading fire. Your movement through the woods never easy, but your second or 8th division is trying to get themselves into position as you ordered. You can see Slack coming up behind you, and he's with you now. And that's about it.
All right. Well, Price is something of silent type, and I'm not liking those regiments to my northeast at the other crossing. This is gonna suck. Okay, I guess just keep the redeployment going. So 2 wide, 2 deep, and then when Slack's infantry are brought up, 2 deep on the left of my infantry. So ultimately, I'm gonna have 3 wide, 2 deep,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring the artillery up and get them blasting. And I guess maybe I'll move a little bit to the east, so I'm not at risk of being hit by the artillery. And I'll probably send a dispatch real quick. But that's it. Thank you.
Alright, hello gentlemen.
Hello.
So as you can tell, General Van Dorn has come south. You're already connected with each other. You can see to the north, Pike's Indians are moving to the east and are already pretty well engaged with the Union G northeast. Clark's 3rd Division is almost entirely lined up now. The artillery's unlimbering, getting ready to fire. Little's 1st Missouri are coming up from the rear. 3rd Missouri shouldn't be too far behind them. The cavalry have fallen back but are regrouping to your southwest. You can hear artillery fire to the east, not too far away, less than a mile away. Lots of fire back and forth between whatever 2 sides are shooting at each other.
Alright. So yeah, General Price just pitch in the attack and keep the pressure on the enemy. I'm gonna ride north, head to Leetown, and then I'm gonna head all the way up to see what's going on with McCullough to check on the progress on that assault. But thank you for the update on this front.
Great. Good to have you here. For my order, my artillery set is unlimbered now. Fire on the enemy battery to suppress it. For my 3rd division, move up and engage around the flank of the Indians and pushing northeast. Taking out the battery is first priority. The guns of the 1st Missouri are to form up and deploy also, and throw fire into the enemy. the rest of the Missouri Guard is to form a second line of advance behind the first one. Cavalry should start exploiting opportunities if there are any.
Okay. Got it.
Right.
Thank you.
We are back. Yes, this is still happening over here. No more dispatches. Type 52.
Sigil. Arthur House has.
James, so far have we done the artillery depletes itself thing?
I was doing it a little bit slower because we're at 20 minutes turn, but about every 2 turns it should get instruction just for shooting.
I'll give it to them both next turn.
It's not gonna
Pencil.
go into.
Do you Empire for Sigil or?
What's that?
That's me.
Oh, it's your Park Mobile. Just so you know, the 3 infantry and 1 artillery were sent by Davis to Sigil.
Alright, so Sigil's in charge of these now. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Got it.
Just so
Why
you
did
know.
I go in this show? This goes to Osterhaus, yeah. Okay.
My combat's done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just doing screenshots.
Combat's done? Alright. Yeah, I'm taking my screenshots too. This one's for Sigil.
Seagull.
Seagull.
Like the bird, but not.
Perfect. This one's for Seagull.
One o'clock.
Correct.
This is to Davis.
This one is for Curtis.
Alright, General Rains.
Good.
So, Slack's brigade is pretty well deployed as you want them now. So everything's arranged in the woods. The other batteries have deployed and are now firing at the Union guns, training fire. Some of your artillerymen and even a few of your guns have been struck. You can still hear combat also to the west on the other side of the woods. and as well further north, away from you.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. I'm going to wait one more turn before I do that, but the guns will just keep firing, and I'm going to move over to the Pratt's store side of the forest, just so I'm not at risk of the artillery, and also so I can maybe get a better view of stuff to the east. That's it. Thank you. I just need to wait for that response, hopefully. Thank you.
Got it. All right, General Price. 3rd Division finishes forming line and then begins its advance. The right wing is slowed significantly by having to cross through woods and streams and whatnot. And then the left side's kind of run into the rear of the Indians. The guns from the 2nd Missouri are arriving and unlimbering, and they're deploying into line behind the rest. And then you can see the 3rd Missouri also arriving in the rear.
Great. Well, fire on the enemy for all guns. The basic order, suppressing enemy artillery, and the line, advance and shoot. For 3rd Missouri, they are to form up behind 2nd Missouri, and 2nd Missouri is to follow the push, ready to fill gaps if they appear in the line of 3rd. And that's it for the moment. I will write some dispatches now.
Got it.
All right. Let's see here. So he wanted this guy to move down here, just like this, I think. Where's this? That's about it. Time to send these dispatches. Let's go see them.
Who empires for the for Osterhaus? Do you maybe know?
That's me.
Just to know, the cavalry, the Third Illinois, has been sent by
Curtis.
this to assist him.
Perfect. This goes here.
It's under his command now.
Yep, I got it. I'm gonna send it. I'll tell him that when it's time.
Alright.
Oh hell no! I forgot to send this dispatch. That's fine. I'll just put it up here. It's fine. It happens. Sometimes you forget to send the dispatch, and they arrive at the same time.
War is hell, man.
War is hell, bro. Guy got lost. Like, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way.
War never changes.
This is for Curtis. Alright. 22. Alright. Now it's 120.
Yep. I did combat in the south, so you can do screenshots and whatever you need.
Alright, combat's already done. Alright, time to do screen.
Should I put Curtis and Davis together because they are close?
Combat North is almost done. It is not done.
Where's...
It is now done.
Oh yeah, you can put them together.
Okay.
General Rains, you ride a little bit dangerously, but you ride east to Pratt's store to reconnoiter personally the battlefield a little bit more. You can see a small rise and then a junction up ahead with Clement Road. Looks like Union soldiers guard the crossing there. A third, some horse guns are quickly brought forth and join the fight. Basically, the Union guns match yours in quantity at least, and continue firing back and forth at each other pretty close to point blank range for artillery.
Yeah. I want my batteries to just keep firing at the enemy. If we manage to rout any of the crews or destroy any of the batteries' guns, just fire on the infantry thereafter, the ones that are in the open. Oh, God. Very tempting. I'll give it one more turn. I'll go back into the trees a little bit, so maybe the artillery don't target me or something, and I'm going to wait one more turn. So nothing else. No dispatch, thank you.
Alright, General Price. The 3rd Division has advanced, and at least the right wing has begun firing on the enemy and is getting firing back upon themselves. The Indians remain in the woods to the north, and shooting from where they're at. The left wing of 3rd Division really can't move forward. It's quite cluttered up there. 2nd Division's moved up as much as they can, really, unless you want them to go on a different route, and then 3rd Division's deployed. Or 3rd Brigade, sorry. No, yeah. 3rd Missouri, whatever.
Okay. Well, what impression do I have of the enemy? Are they buckling? Is the fire lessening, or what's the situation there?
If anything, the fire is increasing. Beyond that, it's really hard to tell because from where you're at, all you see is basically gun smoke up ahead. They seem to be at the edge of a woods. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay, and what's the situation with the gun battery? Is that also firing, or is that not able to fire at the moment?
There's not enough room for it to fire, so they're waiting.
Okay, and that, well, could they fire this turn now?
The 3rd one?
From the positioning? Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
the
if
one
you
that's behind the other.
not from behind, but if you shifted 3rd Division northwest a little bit, you can make some room for them. If that's what you want.
Okay. Okay. Let's try this one. I want the 2 northern regiments of 3rd Division move behind the other 2 regiments and switch with them so they can rest a little bit, and so the other 2 can take over the firing. I want, let's go with 3rd Missouri to try pass behind those 2 regiments that are already firing and to extend the line to the east so they can try to envelop the enemy.
Okay.
And yeah, the 3rd artillery battery is to move on the north end of the artillery line to commence firing from there into the enemy. That's it for the moment.
Okay.
Leaf and Commando are arguing about whose voice channel they should be in and who should have to leave. I think Price just got a dispatch that says, "Hey, you can stop attacking now," when I really think he just needs to go squish that corner. And it.
Let's see if the bayonet charged the corner.
I don't know how we could know that, but yes.
Man, Union artillery is ready to ask you.
Is Car's movement done, Cone? Can I start shooting people?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I love shooting people.
What?
Yippee!
Nice.
Yippee! Not like that though. You know what? It's artillery. Great. And the Union can't roll dice. I hope you're recording when poor Carr watches this.
It's not
He
going
has
their way.
documented evidence. Look at these. One. Northern combat's done.
All right. I drew a lot of arrows here, but do not worry. I know what each of them mean.
Alright, why don't you go ahead and move them then?
All right.
I'm
So he wants this one to move backwards and moving the 12th in. The 18th moves in to go for the 12th.
Right
The
back.
cavalry moves back upstairs to move up to 17th. 37th will fill in the gap here, and 22nd does the reserve. Yes, I guess I could put 27 here and do the reserve right here. Perfect. And voila. Congratulations.
What about over here?
Ah, yes. Over here, he wants the artillery to pull back behind the infantry, while the infantry can fill in the gap here. He wants them to rest up. Same thing for this one. And they have the infantry here, and these guys keep firing.
Alright.
And
Well,
that's what he wants to happen.
alright. Done.
I can erase all this.
140.
And it's now. What time is it? 1:40. Yeah. 1:40. We'll send these dispatches real quick. This is to us to house.
Or they'll be taking pictures.
This one goes to Davis. Oh my god, I forgot to send it to Davis again. You know what? I'm just gonna send this right now.
Poor Davis.
It got lost.
It got lost in the mail, sorry. The UPS driver got confused.
It's got.
The heat-seeking
one-
courier has stopped working.
You turned off at the wrong moment. Davis has 3 dispatches behind. Oh my god. Whoops.
These boys
That's-
got lost.
These boys got lost. Oh no, even Curtis is behind. Shit. I'm fucking bumping, bro. Well, no, it's Curtis is a bit behind. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna close this. Turn this on.
Alright.
I'm just gonna put this dispatch right here.
Alright, General Rains.
Hello.
So you and your staff move into the cover of the woods wisely. Stand amongst your men who salute you and cheer. Your guns continue firing, and much to your joy, you see the Union guns, most of them, are start to limber up and roll away. They're replaced by infantry behind the breastwork lines. The horse artillery to the east does remain, but otherwise they watch them right off north.
All right. Yeah, I think it's yes, it's time. I'll send my brigade forward. So the eastern 4 regiments will begin to advance straight forward. As they advance, I'd like Slack's 2 regiments to sort of slot in behind, 2 across, and then continue on following them. And the cavalry will move up on their right flank to support, and I'll be among and with the infantry.
I assume dismounted.
They'll move up on the right, and if the enemy approaches, then they'll dismount. Yeah. and I'll be among the infantry. I won't be leading from the front. I mean, I'm the brigade commander, but I'll be with the infantry as they're moving up to attack. And I'd like them to not fire. I want them to give the bayonet. We need to get over the breastworks. So it's going to get hairy, but I'll also send a quick dispatch. So I'm walking past the artillery. That's the idea. So I'm not disturbing their fire.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, General Price. So the left wing of 3rd Division shuffles east behind the guns and is moving. You can see them disappearing into the woods to your east, trying to get in position. Clark sends you a staff member to inform you that his 4th and 5th Brigades are breaking or have broken under heavy artillery fire and are fleeing to the rear. But he appreciates you sending the rest of his division to replace them. You also see the 3rd Missouri disappear into the woods to your east as ordered, and the 1st Missouri is there just in front of you behind the guns, and the cavalry remains to your north. What are your orders?
Well, it's getting very foggy now. I want the two fresh regiments of 3rd Division to move up under this fog to engage the enemy battery in close range fire and maybe even bayonet charge if that's
Who is
possible.
this? Which division?
The 2 units I just shifted from the left to the right.
Okay.
And well, 3rd Missouri is to go further east and form up there to prevent a flanking attack in our attack. Well, I myself will move a little bit more east so I can get a little bit better vision, even though I get possible credentials. And that's it for the moment. Try to get the battery silent.
Got it. Okay.
Wire got crossed. Major General Van Dorn, if you want a minute with Price, I can come back.
Alright, sounds good. Unless, I think is...
I'm done, so you can talk.
You're
And
done.
then
General Price.
So I need to resolve something with you, Cone. This is totally fine, but I think I
yeah.
need opinions. So the 16th Arkansas and the 17th Arkansas were ordered to attack. They weren't necessarily ordered to charge, but they were ordered to attack on the Confederate right. As they were engaged in a musket duel, I think I should roll damage for the Confederates. I think that's fair. These guys aren't like on the verge of breaking or anything, so I don't think it's going to chain route them.
You
I
mean
do
the
think they get
Union?
shot in the butt.
Yeah, sure. Roll once, I guess. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and the guns are still firing as they back up. Not all three. Let's just do.
Oof.
It's not that bad, but these guns are gonna bite it. They limber up, kill some limber animals or something.
Hello.
Hey, Walton.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. How you like seeing your map getting used?
Yeah, it's always fun when you see someone else using something you made. But I'm looking at this, and all I see is like, oh, here's a little mistake here, here's a little mistake.
Yeah. Well, I don't see him, so don't worry.
That's good.
My power goes. I wanted to ask a question. The river here that I'm thinking right now, is it fordable?
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that research before we start. Hold on.
I hope so, because I moved the Confederates across this. I double halved their movement for crossing a river and woods.
Yeah.
So they like crawled across it that turn.
In either case,
Which river are you guys talking about?
What's his name? Osterhaus sent the cavalry back to Siegel, and Siegel wanted them to be ready to be covering the artillery on this side in case the river is indeed fordable, or regardless if the river is fordable or not.
Which
So, yeah.
river are you guys talking about?
Little Sugar Creek. Looks like it would be fordable. Yeah, pretty fordable. I'm walking along it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, everything here is fordable.
It's slow,
Everything here
but
is fordable.
Smallest scale and training artificial neural networks that simulate the human brain, all in order to display.
Alright, let's see, we were at 2 o'clock.
I wanted to ask another question about he wanted the 22nd Indiana to kind of switch up with the 25th Illinois. Is this possible?
So, 25th Illinois is getting charged right now. If they switched, they basically both route. So I'm going to say the 25th is going to stick it out and just tell them, you know, we're getting charged. I'm not switching this.
I guess you can have the 22nd back up 25th.
Yeah, just put them behind them and do that.
Got it. All right. And he wanted 17th to kind of send skirmishers out in the forest to just check it out and make sure that nothing's being sent here.
Sure, that's fine.
So I represented with dots, and there's cool dots now. They're doing the thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it. What's happening with this artillery? Is it kind of like canistering and shit?
Which one?
This one here.
Yeah, it was definitely shooting canister into his approaching line. They're not
Perfect. Screenshot time.
Alright, yep, 2 o'clock.
Here we go.
I'm gonna cheat off of Reigns' homework, whoever does his dispatch.
So
or screenshot, rather.
Van Dorn with Reigns, yeah.
Yep. I told him he had to play pin the tail on the donkey, and if he got within a half mile, I'd just go
so
look at
Reigns is a part of the charge. Is he gonna like ride up and join the charge, or?
I guess
yeah.
so. I guess so.
It is 14, I heard.
Yeah, 1400.
Yeah.
Okay. I will send this dispatch to you. It's up here. And this is.
I just posted Van Dorn's as well.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Here.
So, in the midst of his charge, Rains is joined by Van Dorn. The men are bolstered to see the general of the army of the West with them as they make their glorious charge across the open field. Fortunately, it's not quite, I think it's charge, as it's only a quarter mile instead of a mile, which hasn't even happened yet. But the enemy is firing into your lines, men are falling down, but you've got the mass to push forward. And are about to reach the creek, cross it, and get into their lines. You are buoyed by the fact of seeing more allies shooting from the woods to the west. You're not sure who they are, but they're drawing the attention of the 15th Missouri, and then your own guns are peppering the line in preparation for your assault. You can see cavalry up to your northeast has arrived, and that's about it.
Very good. General Van Dorn, very quickly, there's another regiment to the northeast. There's a crossing to the northeast, and there's one regiment holding it with breastworks. So just keep that in mind before you give me any orders right now.
Yes. I think out of all positions right now, I'm not very up to date on the northern one. It's been a while since I've been there. The far northern attack. It was going pretty well when I left initially, so I don't know how it's going now. But if this isn't the most promising front right now, I think it's the second most, because the other prong of the Missouri Guard is stuck in heavy fighting around Leetown, very tough, and the tree line just north of it, they're strung up very tough against the enemy there. So I'm going to see if they have any reserves they can send over here to you, because I think they'd be better spent over here than ramming against a wall of cannon and infantry, because I don't want them to do that, but our options are pretty limited here. We need to break through quickly.
Sure. All right, James, I'd like to bring up the reserve brigade. They're to fall in behind this attack column, and we're going to try and just plow right through these guys. The cavalry on the right, I want them to, I guess, dismount and get ready to receive, just sort of screen the right flank as we go in.
Okay.
And I'll be among the men and that sort of thing. Thank you. Yeah, I've been. No, yeah, good.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot James is in my umpire.
Van Dorn, where are you going?
I'll stay here.
Okay. Are you gonna stay with Rains in the charge?
It means I'll observe the charge.
It means I roll for you dying if you stay.
Yeah, no, I'll observe the charge from a distance. Okay. I will not be taking part.
Got it. Alright, General Price, you can see the attack go in on your right. 3rd Division charges across the clearing, a small clearing. They're getting shot as they go in, but continue pushing forward with bravery. The 3rd Missouri sends a rider to you to report that they are on the right flank of the 3rd Division and are engaged with the Union forces in the trees. Let's see. To your south, you can see men in the woods. Looks like members of 3rd Division that had broken previously. And then, yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I want that the attack is continued. I want the one regiment that is slightly recovering to move up and support the attack of the division. The 3rd Missouri is doing fine. I want 1st Missouri to be moved there where now 3rd Division 2nd Infantry is positioned. And I myself will move down to the routing men and try to gather them. I regroup them.
Yep.
My cavalry I'm not sure what to do with those. The camp stays there. The artillery fires on the, the enemy if they are not endangering our own troops. They don't need to get fired on from both sides. So if they can fire at other units or units behind the first line, so that they don't target our guys, that would be great.
Got it. Thank you.
Like the Napoleonic shock column thing. Brains, how's it going?
Let's do a full-on charge. Let's see.
Right square in the revolution.
Alright, well, let's keep it simple. So let's see. He wants 18th Indiana to go help Siegel. And he will have 36 take up the spots here. Oh no. Okay, this code pop up to go with, if I can switch to race here. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Let's see if they have charges.
Is the combat over here finished?
Over there, yeah.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna take that screenshot. I'm gonna take the dice out of my face there.
I haven't started mine because the Union haven't moved.
Actually, I gotta wait more because this is happening too.
Do you guys see Cone? Am I missing him somewhere? I don't actually see him in DC anymore.
No. Did we lose him? I think we lost him.
No. Okay. I will go ask J-Rock if Cone came by.
Yeah.
The artillery pretty much gives out here.
He says he took two. They say that Cone took orders for the 2 o'clock turn.
Okay. If he accidentally got dropped, though, I guess go take him again and.
Okay, I'll go take him again.
Sorry.
Oh.
So
He's back.
Yes.
Where'd you go? Cone, you there?
Yeah.
Did you move the Union? Did they do what they'd ordered? Oh, I gotta roll for commanding deaths.
Gorgeous.
Alright, I guess the combat over here is done, or is it not?
Yeah, it's all done. On the south side, it's done.
12:20.
Yeah, this side.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done? Alright, screenshot time.
Hang on a second. In the North Cone, what did the Union do? I was holding off combat until they moved, but
I moved them. They just sent our cavalry down south to scout the enemy position.
I think that there's too much trees here, and these guns just unlimbered. So I don't know that there's going to be much shooting this turn. I'll roll it up north, though. They can see each other.
Authorities.
That's
Yeah,
actually
call
not
it a
terrible feedback. That's not a screenshot. This one.
14:20.
Combat's done for what it was in the north.
I sent dispatches.
This goes into screenshots. Here, Chris, Karen Davis, god damn it. Just gonna do this. I'm just gonna please. And this. Shit, please.
Alright. No one can let updates. Alright, General Rains, your charge goes in. The men scramble across the knee-deep creek, then up the banks of the other side into the waiting arms of the Lincolnites. There's intense fighting on both sides. The terrain doesn't favor you with the crossing and the breastworks. And it looks like elements, or all of the 2nd Infantry Brigade is breaking on your left. But you've got plenty of men still streaming up from the rear to replace them.
All right. To the cries of victory, victory, victory is ours, I'll be urging the men forward. The Bevier's Regiment, the 2nd Missouri Brigade, to the rear, I'm going to order them to sort of veer off and assist the cavalry. So move on to the left flank of the cavalry and start firing on the Lincolnite cavalry there. But otherwise, everyone's just going to keep moving forward and try to get pell-mell into here and clear these Yanks out. And that's it. Thank you. Also, hello, Wolfton.
Hello, I'm just here to judge you.
We'll see if you die this turn. I didn't get lucky last time. Alright, General Price, you move south and yell out to the men in the woods to stop running and to form up. And they're kind of shocked out of their stupor from seeing the general himself ordering them to stop, and so they start to gather around you. And the commanders of the 4th and 5th Brigade show up and start assisting. The battle rages on to your north, but you don't receive any updates as you're busy organizing the men and getting them to stop.
Okay. Great. I want my newly retrieved men to form up at the gun to protect them. I myself will also move there. The cavalry is to move east to Red Door behind our lines, like what's the road called? Parker's Pike that road they can take to Fred Store to support the attack there. I will also send First Missouri infantry that route as well to assist in the breakthrough. My token is to be placed at the dump again.
Got it.
And I hope I'm not making a blunder right now.
Alright.
My bad.
It's alright. They had just barely gotten there, so they wouldn't be moving even further.
Gotcha.
I get to roll to see if Siegel dies. Oh, no, he didn't.
You didn't kill Chief, did you?
He's injured.
Oh no. Oh, no, I'm gonna give the Confederate cavalry disadvantage or the Union infantry an advantage because they were skirmishing. They clearly ran away.
All right. Well, I'll be quick while I still can. Over on this side, he wants 36 and 17th to come plug the gap, and wants the artillery to be at their side.
Mm. Okay.
Yep. And wants 17th also he wants it to go down too.
He wants
I
to
state
start.
for the recording, this has been Chenleaf's dice all night.
Bruh.
Where?
Fives and sixes all night.
All night.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's been just killing the Union. This is a clusterfuck. But he wants the first artillery here to kind of like get back in. Oh, jeez, it's just not looking great. But like, he wants 18th, this one, to go back to the guns here. Jeez, there's so much going on. But he wants to redeploy the artillery here.
The Union really has had bad rolls all night.
The rolls have been kind of crazy.
Well, it's about to be an entire route in the south. One more turn.
Jeez. I don't know what's going on. Did I miss something?
That attack by like column of divisions, or I don't know how big the regiments are, but that attack in column 2 wide and 3D looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Union left, on the water lane.
Jeez. Wow. I don't think they can fix this.
No.
But
We'll give them a turn to try. Maybe two. Alright. It is now 2:40.
I gotta send these dispatches. Let's see here. Jeez.
At midnight, do you guys ever just forget how to read completely? Stop understanding the concept of written characters to convey information?
I think I've been. I think I might have.
Okay.
Did your brain start?
I don't know, bro. At the current time, I feel like I've failed to convey information properly. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's just bad. It's just ouch.
Man, the south is cooked.
The South is just cooked. And I felt that they wouldn't break this much, but it's just cooked.
Well,
Oh,
The Confederates
like
are
south
using
of the map.
loaded dice, ain't
the
no
rules I have make bayonet charges very decisive one way or the other. And then once units start routing, it chain routes.
It's accurate.
Yeah. Which is,
Yeah.
Loaded
It's
dice. Unfair.
loaded dice. Yeah. But hey, surely historically it was a Confederate victory, right?
No. The Union.
Oh.
Well, that's what because the Union, there are two separate battles at 2 points, and basically the Union went down the gauntlet over here at Elkhorn Tavern. Sorry, the Union, I said Confederates, so they got hemmed in that valley there and took forever to get out of it. They never were able to connect up like they were planning. Alright, what am I doing? Okay, I'm getting updates.
He gets a bad rap.
Alright, General Rains. Good news and bad news. Bad news is you take an errant musket ball in the leg as just as you're about to cross the stream, and your staff, despite your protestation, your staff pulls you back to safety, and you're forced to watch the charge go in. Good news is the charge goes in, and you can see even from here the Union line breaking and men fleeing to the north with your men in hot pursuit. There's still fighting in the woods to the west, and Bevier is shooting on the east. It looks like, from what you can tell, you catch glimpses of the Union cavalry also fleeing to the north, but maybe some more infantry over that way shooting. Some cavalry arrive in your rear next to Van Dorn, who's watching you from a few hundred yards away. And I think that's about it.
I'm not sure how much I'm able to command in this situation.
You
but,
pretty much got nothing but maybe your cavalry and Bevier. You could order them to pull back if you really wanted to.
No, we need to maintain the pressure. And my men are committed and I'm wounded. I guess maybe I'll just have my staff check my wounds if I have a doctor with me or something.
Okay.
Other than that, everyone just sort of keep attacking, advancing, and engaging. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Maybe I'll write a little dispatch right now. A short one.
Bloody dispatch. Make sure to rub the paper all over in your blood.
the nomopole strategy.
Alright, General Price, you return to the artillery line with 4th and 5th Brigades. As you look to the northeast, you can see your army charging into the woods and then disappearing. And that's about it. The Indians remain, they're not engaged. Pike's Brigade to your north, they're kind of holding, perhaps awaiting orders. And then you do receive a runner from Green's staff, the 3rd Missouri. He reports that he has observed the 1st Missouri charge in behind the 3rd Division, and that seems to be going well. And to his east, he saw Rain's brigade also charge in, which also seems to be going well. And he is asking if he should be charging in as well. Right now, he's holding just south of Ox Road.
Is he firing at something? Because I see the marker on my screenshot.
Yeah, his courier says they were engaged when they left Green.
Okay. And I see some units are fleeing. I guess that's the other regiment of 3rd Division.
Yeah, it looks like some men from 3rd Division are fleeing.
Okay. Mechanical question, can I give Pike orders?
Can you give what?
Can I give General Pike orders how to deploy his parachute?
I don't know who he's under, but I'm going to say yes, because he's just sitting there.
Okay. I will give Pike the following command. Move up and form into line with the rest of my units, pushing east, north, east. Supporting Brigadier Rain's attack. Okay. Then the artillery is to limber up. And to be moving, I would say, eastward. The 3rd Division I just retrieved is to move up and move northeast. I think that Ox Road, on that one, they should move to the east. 3rd Missouri is to wheel about and face northeast and also attack that direction to support the advance of Rain. Well, I myself will try to get the other fleeing units and then also move to 3rd Missouri. I guess that's it for the moment.
Okay.
I will send some dispatches that we seem to have a breakthrough also.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Kona if I could do combat, and he said no. So I'm waiting.
How's that? I haven't looked in the north in a while. Is it decisive yet, or?
No, it's going to be neither side is going to emerge with anything enough to exploit their win. I think the Confederates.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're going to grind each other down and I think cancel each other out. Maybe one side gets better, but it's just if they roll better. They're so close.
It's a draw over, guys.
Does that mean I can roll dice, brother?
Yeah. Well, one second, let me just move.
Are they okay? So if they're ordering a withdrawal, right, and they're at 4 disruption.
They're ordering a 1 unit to.
All right, let them go.
Let's stay 5 broken because retreating and shot in the back.
Sure. They each take 1. Oh god, that was the wrong. Thank you. I changed the piece. But, Heck. Hey, some hits. And then go boom. These guys are
Man!
Those should both be 5s too, but I'm not being mean. These 3 down here. So 1. They're out. They take 1.
Nice draw over. I think we should end it here.
Yeah.
I rescind my previous statement, James. The Confederates.
Not just. Alright.
They are cooked, bro. They are cooked. Ain't no way they can win this now.
This is why. Watch. This will be a 5 or 6. Okay. There's some.
First time for real.
So like 5 or 6 every single roll.
I think Chinleaf had 50% 5s and 6s.
Wow.
Like a solid 50% 5s and 6s. And when he didn't roll 5s and 6s, it was on canister getting a bonus. So.
Right,
Preloaded the dice.
Let's bring everyone into the lobby.
What the hell?
Oh. Well, I was just sending a dispatch and everything.
I've been kidnapped.
There you go.
Held against my will.
We have been.
Whoa.
Alright, welcome everyone. This game ended up being shorter than normal, which is fine. Everyone can go to bed early or go back to bed if it's morning. First of all, thank you for playing. This was fun. I enjoyed the map. Thank you, Wolfton, for making the map. It was beautiful. And then we need to do more battles on it, so we will. So before I reveal the map and give my overview, let's ask the CICs on both sides. So starting with Van Dorn, how do you think you're doing?
I'm pretty optimistic about our chances of carrying the day here. I've personally witnessed a pretty good breakthrough on the creek just north of the Pratt store. I've received reports from McCullough about good progress being made on his axis of attack. And I have no reason to believe that our center has folded around Leetown, although that's probably taking a lot of casualties there. So overall, I'd say I'm optimistic for victory, but we probably took very heavy casualties, especially in the fighting around Leetown.
Alright.
We did take some fair losses there.
Curtis?
Well, if our goal was to maintain position, we're doing pretty good. Starting to take casualties are mounting up. The northern front is doing a bunch of shuffling around, so that's going pretty good. Don't know too much on the south, but you know, optimistic about we'll hang in there.
Alright. Alright, so I handled the South combat and the two Confederate commanders in the South, so I'll talk about that. The Panzer can talk about the North. So overall, the Confederates approached from, as they did historically, in two avenues of attack, but different ones than historical. So they came up Prairie Road and then Weller Lane. Here was one army, and then the second army came up this way. The the Union was arrayed. They kind of had an ambush squad here in this patch of woods. So they weren't right on top of Little Sugar Creek, but more in the woods. Then they had a force here in this corner and a force here at Elkhorn Tavern, kind of watching the four directions of approach. And so in the south, so Rains here on the right took some time to deploy, did some artillery fire at first and hit his men in the woods over here, kind of got him in position and bid his time. And then the Union, I guess it was Asboth, who was an NPC, and then Siegel was arrayed here behind these breastworks and trading fire with them. They pulled their guns back to rest them, which was what Rains took as a signal to attack, which was good timing on his part and probably bad timing on the Union side. But he launched a huge 6th Brigade assault column across this quarter-mile clearing and across the creek and then into the Union lines here. And that went pretty well. You can see the aftermath of that with the Union breaking. At about the same time, on the left side, Price, with his 3 or 4 brigades, had kind of lined up. The Indians under Pike were over here on the west, and they were basically just exchanging fire with this Union salient here in the woods for a good while, I guess 2 hours. And then finally he also sent a charge in here, and the Union broke pretty quickly there once he did. So well-timed attacks from both, and that went well on their side. Union did good job cycling units, but unfortunately they didn't have the strength to repulse the charges. And I think this positioning here was a little bit awkward with the salient because they're getting attacked from both the south, west, and southwest, which is pretty harsh. And the north, I have no clue what went on, so I won't talk about that. But as you can tell, it's definitely a Confederate victory. So I will stop and let Nick Panzer explain what happened in the north.
So, General McCullough came on entirely down Prairie Road, down Ford Road, and ran into some Union scouts. I think the Union did a really good job of putting their scouts far enough to the west to give them a heads up that this is coming, especially because all the Union forces that you see here were not here at the start. It was much smaller here at this crossroads. And then there was a force over here at Telegraph Road and Ford Road that kind of got, I think, split up. I think some forces went down this way, some forces went this way, but not 1,000%. I just know that some came over here. Took the Confederates most of the game to kind of shimmy out into line because these woods are not impassable, but they're certainly difficult, and they definitely define the battle up here. The Union did a good job initially of sighting their guns on the road and kind of defending this creek here. I think the two things that tipped it in the Confederate favor were the piecemeal allocation of reserves from their formation on Telegraph Road, which they probably couldn't have known to do any better about. And then the second thing that I would point to is as the two forces were engaged in more or less a line battle, this is the second line battle that's materialized, the Union forces were ordered to withdraw across the line, and the Confederates got some free shots in. So it didn't cause a chain rout, but it was effectively a free turn of shooting for the Confederacy that the Union just couldn't make up after the fact. Overall, though, I think both sides did a really good job. I did not communicate directly with the Union forces, but I did see that the way they were moving made sense in light of what was in front of them. And Chenleaf likes to roll 5s and 6s.
Yeah, the dice gods are on Chinleaf's side today. Alright, thank you.
The
And then
dice has blessed me today.
we had 2 other umpires which helped. I really appreciate them being here. So, Umpire Cone, you want to share your experience? You there, Umpire Cone?
Is Cone here?
He's here. Okay. McPark Mobile, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I was in charge of the Major General Siegel, and the Brigadier General Osterhaus. And basically, it was looking pretty good at the start. They went ahead and moved forward into their breastworks to get into position to receive the enemy advance from the south. That's on the Siegel side, and on Osterhaus's side, the position looked pretty good at the start. It was a pretty good exchange of fire. Good job of cycling the unit when they were fighting the Cherokee here. It was looking pretty equal. They switched it around with, I don't remember which of these units because there's a lot of Illinois and a lot of Indianas here. So it's kind of confusing who is who now. But they switched it pretty well, and then it was pretty much a fresh unit against a Cherokee who have broken back over here. Unfortunately, when it came down to the big battle that was happening from Leetown to Ox Road, it slowly came to a grind, and then pretty much the charge at the end pretty much settled it. The guns were the first to go. The units on the side broke. A unit here that was in charge of taking out the Cherokee and then got switched with the second Cherokee. Pretty much got hit in the flank, so they broke too. Meanwhile, on the other side, the 3x2 charge was just very well executed. The guns were pulled back at the time, so it gave them even more incentive to get into the charge going. And despite the first line kind of like stopping, the second and then the third charges basically settled it for the Union on this side. What I kind of am sad about is that the third Missouri could have possibly been more around here to help out and maybe see that the charge is coming to happen instead of sitting on the breastworks around this crossing. But I can understand why it was kept there because they want to ensure that the crossing wouldn't come. But unfortunately, the river is fordable, so I don't know. Maybe make this crossing a bit of a moot point. And yeah, that's pretty much all the feedback I had for that.
Thank you, McPark Mobile. Alright, we'll just go down the line and get the player experience. You can share briefly what you did, what you saw, what you were thinking, and any lessons learned that you had from the fight. So starting at the top, McCulloch, Chinleaf.
So I was in command for the main division of the Trans-Mississippi Army, I guess. And yeah, I won. That's all that matters. I won using 1% of my full power, and I'm happy with that.
I hate this.
Thank you, Chinleaf. Alright, Siegel.
Yeah, I had the little, well, I had where it kind of broke here down in the south along these entrenchments, and yeah, I just got overwhelmed. There was that 2x3 charge. Really, I thought it was going to be a 2x2, which I figured I would be okay with. I brought the guns back because they were getting shredded in an artillery duel, and they just weren't keeping up. So I wanted to rest them for a turn or two and then bring them back, and then I figured that would change, just turn everything around in the duel. I was worried that you guys were trying to get around my left flank, which is why I left the 3rd Missouri there. Because you have all this cavalry, and I saw them come across at the start. I hit them a few times, and then they disappeared into the woods, and then I saw infantry come up in the woods, and I was like, oh, I don't know where his cavalry is. So I thought it could be going over that way, but then I learned the river was fordable, so it didn't really matter.
Alright.
Yeah, that was my experience.
General Rains.
I spent the entire game staring menacingly at Siegel as he stared menacingly back at me. I benefited a lot from really good luck. And as a lot of people probably know, I think I spoke to this Wolfton about this. I've been trying in recent games to really, if I launch attacks, to launch them with a lot of depth. And I had 4 regiments in my brigade, and General Price, who was my immediate superior, gave me another brigade with 2 regiments. So I got to do basically this column of regiments type thing where I attacked with 6 regiments in 2 columns, which is pretty cool. And I was lucky enough that I was able to knock out some of the artillery, and then I didn't want the column to stop and fire. I wanted them to just get over the breastworks and then just give them the bayonet, even though I know our infantry is inferior to theirs. I don't know. All I can say was it was a lot of luck, but Siegel did well. I'm happy that my attack succeeded. I also want to, I don't know, I guess congratulate both sides on doing well, and we had a good plan, we had a good team. And for the Union, it's hard because historically this battle was like, a little crazy, and the Confederates were kind of stupid. So, it's hard to do well as the Union, in my opinion, in this game, in this battle.
The Confederates have the advantage of hindsight in this one. For sure. Alright, Curtis.
Yeah, I was in the north. I had to take direct control of Carr.
Did he never show up? Oh no, he did. He's here.
No, he showed up. I'm just saying initially I had to go over there. I wanted to be aggressive because initially it seemed like we outnumbered them even before Davis got there. But I had sent cavalry reinforcements to the south, so I had no ability to scout him out. And my artillery was getting shredded. They kept getting good hits on us, and I was like, well, damn, I don't want to do anything. So a lot of our forces was held back, and then we was like, it's no sense in sending them forward so they can just immediately break again. Hindsight, we shouldn't have did the order to shift, because from what I'm looking at now, we actually was doing pretty good towards the end. All we had to do was bring up the rest of our cannon and move to 35th, to plug in the gap. I also forgot about that other cavalry to the east, which was, I guess, my direct cavalry. So, that would have been helpful.
Alright. Colonel Carr.
Right, okay. Well, I got here right in the middle of the battle, so, and I think my mic wasn't working, so the umpire didn't quite understand some of the things I was saying, because in the north, these 2 divisions were supposed to be drawn back. They were supposed to be up by the creek, not drawn back. But I think they actually did pretty well. We definitely held the line for a while, and now I can see they actually outnumbered us by a good amount.
Alright. Colonel Davis, also in the north, I think.
Alright, I was in command of the 3rd Division, which was located over by Elkhorn Tavern. Battle started off with cavalry going out and scouting. When they didn't find anything, I got a dispatch requesting support from Siegel, so I dispatched half my force down to him to reinforce that. And then the next turn got a request to go dispatch aid to Carr and Curtis, so took the rest of my troops there. I did leave the 1st Missouri behind just in case there was some kind of move going on over there, and then just sort of forgot to bring them over when it didn't seem like there was anything going on.
Colonel Osterhaus.
Yeah, I think that the positioning probably wasn't the best in regards to defending that corner. Probably is something a little bit more U-shaped might have been a little bit more useful. But we really did get pressured pretty hard. So lots of commendations to whoever was on the Confederate side facing me. But that I didn't think it basically turned from being okay to problematic in 20 minutes. So that was quite interesting. I wanted to move that artillery to the south, but it was kind of keeping those units moving east away from me. So it really wasn't. I don't think I had a lot of options, but definitely a better position would have helped. So yeah, glad to. I thought that Siegel communicated very well, and we told each other what was going on. So props to Siegel.
All right, thank you. General Van Dorn.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I'm not muted now. That was a very fun game. I enjoyed it. First time winning as a CIC, so that feels kind of sweet. The Union opponents were, had a solid battle plan, especially not knowing where we were coming from. Very logical deployments. And yeah, I mean, all their calls, I mean, they did the best they could in the situation they were put in. And definitely wasn't easy, and it was definitely a little close, especially on the southern front, until the very last turn when we kind of got the timing right and just turned out really well for us with the timing. So yeah, good game, and special thanks to my subordinates. I think I had very good subordinates this game, so I was very lucky in that as well.
General Price.
Well, I think I was a forward of Osterhaus. I was in the beginning very bottled up, but when I had my units deployed and the fog of war was going on very strictly between our artillery and infantry duo, I ordered the charge with specially repositioned infantry regiment. And after that, I was more or less occupied with catching my fleeing units and repositioning them. But yeah, that went well. I was very pressured in the beginning. Your artillery got a good shot on my cast unit. Those I sent later to my very, very competent subordinate, Rain. And well, it worked out. I had a lot of fun.
Well done. All right, thank you. Yeah, it was a fun game, and it went very quickly. It helped to have 4 umpires and I think 8 players, if I count right. So there's only two players per umpire. That always helps it go fast. It's quite enjoyable and relaxing as games go. So thanks everyone for playing. Thanks to those who are watching, and have a good night or a good morning, depending where you're at in the world.
Thank you, umpires. You guys are the
Thank
best.
you, umpires. 4 umpires.
Thank
You
you.
guys were amazing. Turns were so fast. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a fast game.
I was like, oh my gosh, it was like less than 10 minutes sometimes between updates, and I was
Yeah.
like, going crazy.